Hi everyone. In this video, I'm going to provide a brief overview of the Canvas Fieldwork project site. This project site is made up of two different components. The first is a fieldwork task timeline that provides an overview of some things that you'll want to be thinking about and accomplishing if you are teaching a class with a fieldwork component. And the second part contains student-facing fieldwork module templates that can be directly imported into your course site and edited so that they fit what it is that you are requiring for students in your own class regarding fieldwork. The first section, the fieldwork task timeline, is organized into different chronological sections and buckets with different tasks that you'll want to be thinking about if you are teaching a class with fieldwork. So for example, if we click the plus sign to the pre-term bucket, you'll notice that there are bullet points with some tasks that you might want to accomplish, and then buttons that will connect you directly to resources that can be copied into your own Google Drive and edited so that they fit your needs and your purposes. I'm not going to go over every single resource here. I just want to point out that if you click the plus sign for these different buckets, that you'll go ahead and see these bullet points and a number of different resources. The second section, importing and editing a fieldwork module, contains these two different fieldwork modules. These fieldwork modules that are student-facing contain the exact same information. The difference is how they're designed. So one is a little bit more visually appealing, but might be more difficult to edit, whereas the other one is just organized via simple text and will look more familiar when you click edit. There are steps here that show you how to import these templates directly into your course site, as well as a box here that gives you some tips on how to edit it and some examples. I'm going to close up this video by actually clicking into one of these student-facing fieldwork module templates so you can see the information that is contained inside. Here you'll notice I clicked on the Design Plus Fieldwork module. Just as a reminder, this does have the exact same information as the other one with those design features, which we'll be able to preview as I click into them now. Sorry for the delay there. Here in the fieldwork overview, it's going to list what is fieldwork. Here you can edit and let students know what their fieldwork requirements are for the semester. It's got some tips about how to choose a fieldwork site, as well as some insights for how they'll want to prepare for the onboarding process. The next page is where you can list the descriptions of the fieldwork sites that students are able to participate at for your class. The next page lists steps for how they can sign up for these fieldwork sites, as well as steps if you are allowing independent sites. There is a page about working in and with communities that serves as a repository of resources for students to get tips on the fieldwork process or providing mentorship or facilitating programs, as well as some targeted academic resources and some trauma-informed resources. This page also contains some professionalism expectations and provides tips for students on how they might want to communicate with their fieldwork site via email and the moments when it would be appropriate to do so. There's also a section of where you can add reimbursement information if applicable for your field site, and a section on frequently asked questions that again is completely editable so that you can make it apply to your course site in particular. And this fieldwork template ends with a hours verification form, which you can choose to use or not use. So if I go back to these modules, here again is that overview. You can drag and drop this so that it lives wherever you want it to in your Canvas site once you've imported it. And you also have the option to delete or edit any of these pages as you see fit. So if I go ahead and return back to the Fieldwork project site, I just want to close again with a few reminders. Everything here is optional and everything here is editable. So you'll want to go over the site and see what works for you and make copies of those resources to your drive and then use them however you see fit or whatever is helpful for you. And the same with the editing and importing a fieldwork module template. Once you've read through these fieldwork modules, you can think, oh, what works for me, what doesn't work for me, and keep and get rid of whatever you want given what your class needs. Hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, of course, you can reach out. Thank you so much.